What's up YouTube, it's your boy Lowpes and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on my 1999 Honda Civic Si K-Swap build, and we have a few goodies to put in. The car's getting very close to starting. Hopefully today we can get most of the work done, and either in this episode or next episode we'll have our first time trying to crank it over. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you what we're going to install. I'm super happy and super excited. Let's get it. Alright ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Alex Predicante's here, and he's dealing with all that wiring. So we're gonna let him do the wiring. We're not gonna really talk about the wiring too much because we're still trying.
Yeah, well, they have install guides on.
Yeah, just go check out those install guides from whatever wiring harness you bought. And he's gonna deal with that. What I'm gonna deal with is buttoning up a whole bunch of things here. This manifold and throttle body were driving me nuts, and you know, I was looking at it and it was getting worse and worse the more I looked at it. So I caved in and I ended up buying a Skunk 2 intake manifold, and we got a Skunk 2 70mm throttle body. So we'll have some decent power. We will get RDX injectors. I currently don't have them yet, but they're coming in. So luckily we have no coolant, no fuel, no nothing, so it'll be a pretty clean job, and we're gonna focus on doing that, and then possibly we're gonna do the K20 throttle cable, do a bunch of stuff that we need to get done. I need to find a bracket for this. I was cleaning it up so it looks half decent, the reservoir and or the overflow reservoir, and yeah, we need a few lines to go from the brake booster to the manifold. And then we need a line from here to here. We're gonna see if we can salvage some lines off the old motor and off the old setup. I have a box of a few of the old parts that we may need. And then up here, that box is a battery relocation kit. We're thinking about relocating the battery from there to the trunk because it looks so clean the way it is right now. And the builds come together really nicely. If you guys didn't watch the last episode, check it out. We did a few little goodies here. Whoever commented about the rotors, thank you for spotting that out. They have been fixed. We put them on the wrong side by accident in the heat of the moment. But some buddy club suspension. Check all this out afterwards. Check the other episodes and you guys can see all this amazing stuff we put in here. Insane shafts, all that beautiful stuff, some new goodies. But yeah, let's get into it. The first thing we're gonna tackle is the Q20 fuel rail. We're gonna remove it so that we can install the new manifold and the new throttle body. I think I may need a new coupler. I was not expecting to get a 70mm throttle body, but it was a good deal, so I had to pick it up for a good deal it was. But yeah, everything's coming together so nicely and so pretty, and it's slowly but surely coming together. Alright, so we got it off. If you guys don't know, when you're taking a manifold off, an intake manifold off from one of these cars, this part of the block where the bracket is gets in the way. So you have to use the double nut trick. So I recommend taking off this nut, you reverse it into this one, get it super tight, and start loosening the back one. And it'll take out the whole stud, and then it'll be like this. So the whole stud will come out, and then it'll give you the leverage that you need to remove the manifold. So that's our old one, and let's check out the new one. So that is the new one. It is the Skunk 2 Pro Series. This is based off the RBC manifold, and I actually got a better deal on this than an actual RBC, so that's why I went with it. And here's the old one. You can see it's gonna look much nicer in the bay. Super nice. Another cool feature is that this comes in with the built-in rad neck or the swivel neck, whatever you guys want to call it. This part right here. So I'm going to have to remove all these guys, the ECT and all this, and remove this guy, and that's going to replace it. So that'll look definitely much cleaner too. Pretty cool. I'm excited about that. Manifold's pretty much on. Still have to hook up a couple of the hoses and stuff, the coolant hoses, and then put the K20 fuel rail back in, but it's looking super good. After that, we're going to put the Skunk 2 70mm throttle body on. Right now, Mr. Alex is working on the relocation kit of the battery. His wiring, he's almost done, and now he's working on the relocation of the battery. We had an existing bolt here, so we're going to use the existing hole, and why not? It's better than drilling into the chassis. And then the battery's going to go right here. It's funny, I bought this for my EP3 Type R, and now I'm using it for that. But yeah, the car is definitely coming along. I'm pretty happy with the manifold. The throttle body's going to go on soon, and it looks so much better already. Now I just got to choose what color valve cover I want. I'm still leaning towards a Jay's Racing Teal. Not set in stone yet, but it's getting there. But with the K20 fuel rail and all these goodies, the engine bay is going to look super nice. Then we're going to keep this kind of sleeperish look. The outside looks super stocked, and when we pop the bay, we're going to have this nice bay. Not a show bay, but a nice bay. And yeah, we are getting there. I'm super excited about this. I hope you guys are too. And then we're going to do some, sleeper pulls and all that type of stuff. I bought the draggy system, so that basically measures your time of 0 to 60 and all that fun stuff. We're going to be doing that on the 10 Gen and this car when it's up and running too, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so we removed what we had to remove off the OEM RSX throttle body. This was seized pretty badly, but we got an K20 TPS put in, and if you guys see it, it's right over there. And now Alex is just checking the gasket, and we are going to install, and it's going to look a lot better. And it is bigger, it's 70mm, so we're going to have to get this tuned, especially with the manifold. Once we start the car may idle a little funky. That's just because our air fuel is off, but this is definitely looking super nice. And yeah, I think this is all going to run really good, and hopefully we'll make it a little more power, and the car is going to run perfectly. I'm just hoping it starts and runs perfect. God damn, that looks so much better. I'm happy I got rid of that manifold and that ugly throttle body. The Skunk 2 manifold and throttle body look so good. I'm excited. We are getting super close to finishing this build, and things like this I always want to change it out, and I'm happy I did. And I hope this makes a little more power. I know that when we first start the car, the idle's gonna be a little rough, but this looks so good. Check that out. With the Q20 fuel rail and everything, it looks really good. It ties everything in. Clean OEM silver. Once we get the valve cover, it's gonna change completely. Like, this is, you know, yeah, it's killing me. But little things will be changing. Like, I had some leftover hardware from the CSX back in the day, so I put them on the headlights here. And as you can see, I don't have them here, but we will work our way all around and make this bay actually super nice. But now we're just worried about getting it started and, you know, getting some nice parts on the car that, you know, give the car a nice little pop once you pop that bay. I've been mocking up the intake from K20. This barely worked because the throttle body is bigger, but like, I really stretched it out, if you can see. But it worked, you know. If there's a will, there's a way. And I think the intake, because of the positioning of the throttle body and the manifold's a little different than OEM, the intake's gonna sit like right into here. I'm not sure yet how I'm gonna do this, but it might sit a little loose in here. But what's really cool, if I do decide to do it like this, the intake will sit right in the bumper here. So it's definitely gonna be getting a lot of cold air. And yeah, I'm not sure. There's different ways you can do it. You can flip it around and stuff like that. I'm sure there's a set way to do it, but I don't know. I may just do it like that because that might just work out for us. Not sure yet. Still gonna mess around with it a little bit, but that's that. Alex is still working on wiring. He's probably going absolutely crazy by now with wiring. I can only imagine, but we're almost there. You're a champ. Good job, bud.
Thanks, Fred.
We are getting super close to finishing. I know I keep saying this, but it keeps getting closer. And I don't know, little things are just holding us back. There's little things that we keep coming into. And like that manifold and throttle body, I was not expecting on getting. So that was another step that took a few hours to, not hours, but it took an hour to do, just because the sensors on the throttle body from the OEM one were all seized and stripping. So we had to use an extractor and get them out, which we did luckily. But it is coming together, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super hyped. I think this thing's gonna be an absolute beast. Then when we boost it one day, it's gonna be even better. All right, so throttle body's in, K20 cable is in. It fits pretty good, no complaints. Alex did an amazing tuck job. You guys can see. So he tucked everything behind the carpet. You see no fuse box, no nothing, just the K-Pro bit, which we need access to anyways. But it looks pretty good.
And that flap, we gotta still route the...
Yeah, we still gotta route the shifter cables. That flap's gonna get put down for the Q20 shifter. How beautiful is that? And then, yeah, and then since I already had a sub in here, we're going to use the sub wire to power up the battery, which is the same voltage we checked, and everything looks good. So a lot of progress today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to Alex. Big shout out as always. He is the man. Type down below, Alex is the man. He did all the wiring. He's a champ. Drink your beer. He deserves it. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Do it once, do it right. Peace out and later.